Ever notice how some people just exist on a different frequency? Like they're broadcasting on a wavelength the rest of us can't even access? Your best friend doesn't try to steal the spotlight, but somehow gravity just bends around him anyway. Imagine you're at a party and you finally worked up the courage to introduce yourself to someone you've been eyeing all night. You bring your friend along for moral support, which sounds reasonable in theory, but then he smiles, and suddenly you're watching a documentary about your own irrelevance. Here's the thing nobody tells you about having an effortlessly attractive best friend. It's not a villain origin story because there's no villain. He's not twirling a mustache or scheming in the shadows. He's just being him, which somehow makes it worse. You know the script by now, don't you? You meet someone, conversation flows nicely, you're thinking maybe this could go somewhere. Then comes the fatal error, the introduction. Within 30 seconds, you've essentially handed over the keys to your own romantic disaster. The mechanics are almost scientific in their precision. He extends his hand, makes some casual joke that lands perfectly, and you can literally see the shift happen in real time. It's like watching someone change the channel on a television, except you're the infomercial they're switching away from. What's fascinating is how guilt-free the whole operation runs. He's not doing anything wrong, which is almost the most frustrating part. There's no rule book that says tall, charming people can't exist in your proximity. The universe didn't sign a non-compete agreement on your behalf. Picture yourself trying to explain this to someone who's never experienced it. They'll say things like, just be confident, or focus on yourself, as if you haven't already exhausted every self-help article on the internet. Meanwhile, your friend is out here accidentally collecting admirers like they're Pokemon cards. The really wild part is that he probably has no idea it's happening half the time. To him, he's just being friendly, making conversation, existing in space. But to everyone else, it's like watching a masterclass in human magnetism that wasn't advertised as such. You start developing strategies, don't you? Maybe you introduce people when he's distracted, or you orchestrate hangouts where he conveniently can't make it. But that feels absurd, like you're playing chess against someone who doesn't even know there's a board. Behind every awkward group hangout is this unspoken dynamic that everyone pretends not to notice. You're there trying to be interesting, while he's accidentally being a gravitational pull for attention. It's not malicious, it's just physics at this point. Some people would call this unfair, and honestly, they wouldn't be wrong. But unfair implies there's some cosmic referee who can throw a flag on the play. Instead, you're just watching the game unfold with commentary nobody asked for. The irony is that he's genuinely a good friend, which makes the whole situation harder to process. If he were terrible, you could at least justify some distance. But no, he's supportive, loyal, and probably has no idea he's inadvertently running interference on your entire romantic life. Think about the absurdity of resenting someone for qualities they didn't choose. He didn't wake up one day and select incredibly charming from a drop-down menu. Yet here you are, managing feelings that don't quite fit into friendship or jealousy or anything with a clean label. What's happening beneath the surface is a quiet erosion of confidence that nobody warns you about. Every introduction becomes a reminder that you're operating in someone else's shadow, even though they never asked to cast one. The comparisons write themselves without anyone speaking them aloud. Cue the well-meaning advice from people who've never lived this specific nightmare. They'll tell you attraction is subjective, that everyone has different preferences. And sure, that's technically true, but it doesn't change the pattern you've watched repeat itself dozens of times. Before you know it, you're analyzing every interaction through this weird lens of inevitable disappointment. You meet someone interesting, and instead of enjoying the moment, you're already calculating the countdown to when they'll meet him. It's exhausting. The real kicker is how this plays out in group settings where everyone's supposed to be equal participants. Somehow he becomes the main character without auditioning for the role, and you're left playing supporting cast in scenes you initiated. The script keeps flipping without anyone officially rewriting it. Some would argue this is just life teaching you hard lessons about comparison and self-worth. Others might say you should find friends who don't accidentally eclipse you at every turn. Both perspectives miss the point that friendships aren't transactions you can optimize away. As time goes on, the situation doesn't really resolve itself, it just becomes part of the background noise of your social life. You adapt, maybe lower expectations, or develop a dark sense of humor about the whole thing. Innovation in coping mechanisms, if you will. Despite all the internal monologues and late-night overthinking, the same dynamic persists at every party, every introduction, every group chat. The pattern's so predictable, you could set your watch to it, yet somehow it still stings fresh each time. Critics of your attitude might call it self-pity, but they've probably never watched their romantic interest's eyes literally light up when your friend walks into the room. There's a specific kind of defeat in that moment that doesn't translate well to outsiders. What's changed over time isn't the situation itself, but maybe your relationship with it. You learn to laugh at the absurdity, to predict the outcome before it unfolds. The irony becomes almost comfortable, like an old sweater that doesn't fit quite right, but you wear anyway. The story behind every friendship with an unconsciously scene-stealing best friend is one of constant recalibration. You're measuring your worth against metrics that keep shifting, trying to find solid ground in quicksand. And somewhere in all that, you're also trying to maintain a genuine friendship. Here's where we land. Having an effortlessly attractive best friend is like living next to someone who won the genetic lottery and keeps accidentally leaving their winnings on your doorstep. You can't be mad at them, but you can certainly marvel at the cosmic joke of it all. That's the unspoken reality behind a million group photos and double dates that somehow became his solo performance. But just wait, the next time someone asks why you're single, you'll have the most absurd yet completely honest explanation ready. And maybe that's the real story worth telling.